Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah, Jazakumullahu khairan. We have entered the month of March. That means this is it. This is the final month. We'll inshallah finish our classes at the end of March, inshallah, just before Ramadan. So this is it. We're in the final straight. It's lesson 7 out of about 11 lessons. So yeah, those people who are still here, fantastic. You've shown that you can, inshallah, you'll be completing this course. Many people, they left because it gets difficult. Sometimes just difficult putting that time in and, hooking up every Wednesdays. So, you're doing a good job. Before I start today, I've got a special guest. That is my nephew, Kaab. You wanna show your face? No? All right, he doesn't want to show his face. So he's here with me. Right. So let's start. Let's make a start. Let me just put the annotation on. Right. Okay. So how can we tell if a verb is weak? So this was the homework. How can we tell if a verb is weak? And the answer is if the root word contains an alif or a waw or a ya. So it's weak if it contains any of these letters in the root word. These are the mad letters, correct? These are the mad letters. The other way you can tell a verb is weak is when the second and third root letters are the same. Like dalla, we did. Example, dalla, which is dad, lam, and a lam. Dalla, to be astray, basically. Where else we get dalleen from? So that's the definition of how you can tell if a verb is weak. And remember what we said about a weak verb. It has a problem sitting into the table. Some adjustment has to be made into the normal regular table. That's why it's weak. That's why we call it weak, or that's what problem we have with the weak verb. So write down the past tense verb table for qala. So again, this was just to get you writing, because once you start writing, you start learning. So it's all geared towards making you learn this table. This table, the past tense verb table, I'd say is number 2 out of the 4 most important tables. So qala, qala, qalu, qalat, qalata, qulna. So this is where the adjustment has to be made. Qulna. You couldn't say qalata, qalatana. You wouldn't say that. It's qulna. The front of the word changes. So that's what happens with this verb qala. Then from there it's the same. The endings are all the same as we discussed last week. It's only the adjustment needs to be made somewhere, in the start or before the ending. So this is a table for qala. The reason why we covered the weak verb qala is because it comes in the Quran a lot. And then the verb for kana, very similar to qala. Kana, kana, kanu, kanat, kanata. Then there's already a noon ending. You're not going to say kanana. You have to make some adjustment. It's a weak verb. You have to make some adjustment. It doesn't fit in the normal regular table. So the adjustment for this verb kana is here. Kunna. Now you can continue that dhamma on the kaf. You can continue. Kunta, kuntuma, kuntum, kunti, kuntuma, kuntunna, kuntu, kunna, kunna. So this was homework. I hope everybody, it was just a matter of copying it out of your booklets. And I'm hoping it helped people learn. So the test. How can you tell if a verb is weak? We just done it. If the root word contains either alif, waw, or ya. I know there were some funny answers that you could have chosen in the test. Right, so that's the right one there, alif, waw, ya. And if the second and the third root letters are the same, that's the way you define a weak verb. Translate the following. So again, this was just memory work from the tables. So qala is he said. Comes in the Quran a lot. Qala, he said. Qalu is the plural. They all said. Qulta. Qulta is talking to you. Masculine. Qulta, you said. And qulti is you, but feminine. You said. Qulti. Qultu, whenever there is a tu at the end, it's always me, I said. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ, I did not create. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I did not create. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ, right? And then the na always features a lot, mostly for we, plural. قُلْنَا, we said. Dual or plural. قُلْتُمْ, you all said. قَالَتَا, they both said, feminine. Remember, the feminines don't appear so much in the Quran. The masculine terminology is used to address a mixed, group. قُلْتُمَا, you both said. And قُلْنَا, they all said. If you're struggling with the tables, then and you need to cut down something, then delete all the duals. Do the singulars and plurals. Delete all the duals. The duals do not come up so much in the Quran. So if you want to do it properly, then learn the duals because they do come. But if you're struggling and it's like a matter of giving up or learning something, then drop all the duals. قُلْتُنَّ, you all said. And قَالَا, they both said. قَالَتْ, she said. And now we've come to the other verb. I did a few of them. Kana, he was. Kana min al-jinni, he was from the jinn. Kanu, they all were. They all were. Kanu zalimin, they all were zalimin. Like they all were, they all used to be. Kuntu, again the tu means I. So I was. Because kana means to be. He was. So kuntu, I was. Kuntum, you all were. Kunna, we all were. And kanat, she was. Happy? Yeah, move on. Okay, cool. Just takes one person to say yes, and that's done. Right. Remember, you stuck. Put the question on the group or give me a message. So this is why we're doing it. This is why we're doing it, so we can understand the Quran. So here we go. This is part of passage of the Quran. Kanu. Kanu is they all were. If you're struggling, look at your table. Kanu, it means they all were. The easy way you can tell is this wow and alif. When that comes, many times it's they all, it's plural. They all were. That verb, whatever that verb means. So in this case, kana means to be. So kanu, they all were. Qabla. Qabla means qabl. I think we've done this in the vocabulary. Qabla means before. Dhalika is that. So qabla dhalika, they come together. You can put them together in your mind. Qabla dhalika means before that. Ba'da dhalika, after that. So qabla dhalika, they all were. Qabla dhalika, before that. Muhsinin. Muhsinin means the doers of good. The plural is here, the ina. You see the ina? That's plural. Muhsinin means the doers of good. That's where we get muhsin from. And Allah is al-muhsin. So you get, the name Abdul Muhsin. Next one. Wa'idh. Wa'idh and behold. Sometimes they translate and when. But I'm just going to keep to the translation of the book. And behold. Wa'idh. Qultum. So what is qultum? We've done it. It's in the table. Qala, but it's plural. You all. Qultum means you all. So, and behold, you all. You all what? Qala. The verb is qala. So you all said. You all said. Ya Musa. O Musa. This ya is for calling. O Musa. We say Ya Allah. O Allah. So here, وَإِذْ قُلْتُمْ, and behold, you all said, Ya Musa, O Musa. So what you were tested on in the test is the translation of this verb here. You weren't tested on Musa, you weren't tested on and behold. It's just I was interested in you being able to identify the meaning of this, and in this case, it was the meaning of this. Should be happy it's multiple choice, because the class when it's teaching the masjid, no multiple choice. You have to write the meaning of all the words. You have to write it down. But there was only about 25 people, 30 people, so it's easier to mark. But with you guys, alhamdulillah, there's lots, so I couldn't mark everybody. So I've done multiple choice, and it's much easier for me and for you guys as well. So next one, qala. It comes everywhere. It comes so many places. Qala. Qala means he said. He said. Hadha. Lesson 1. Yeah. This is. Rabbi. The ya makes it my. Remember. So he said, this is Rabbi, my Lord. My Lord. Yeah. Hadha. This is akbar. Akbar comes from kabura, kabir, you know kabir. We know what kabir means. Kabir, big, right? So here, great, but akbar means greater. It's like that's like a pattern for more of that thing. So greater. Right? So this was a test, and I've not checked the test results lately, but there was good marks. Lots of people got everything right. So that's good. And the main thing is, again, it's not about getting it right and then come Ramadan you forgot it. It's about getting it right. And if you get anything wrong, look into the book and see where you got it wrong, why you got it wrong, and then learn it. And it might be that you learn it better than somebody who got them all right. So because normally when you make a mistake, you actually, you double up on that. Why did I get that wrong? Okay, that's it. I'm going to say it 20 times until I learn it. That's the main thing, learning. Okay. Right. So please type. Ghafara is a root word. Yaghfiru is this one is past tense. This is present tense. What does it mean? I won't put my nephew on the spot. Okay, so carry on. More people in one person's. Okay, that's better. That's better. Yeah. To forgive. That's fine. So the verb is to forgive, but literally it's he forgave, he forgives. This is past tense and this is present tense. And remember last week or the week before, I asked you to learn the present tense with the past tense. There was a reason, and we'll learn that reason today, inshallah. Qala yaqulu. Qala yaqulu. We've done this. Just done it now. Good. Good. Yep. Answers are coming a bit slow today. Slow pace. So maybe everybody's tired. People are tired, or maybe you need to have some chapatis. Hungry. That person who wrote hungry answered first. So midweek. It's midweek every week. Yeah. Good to say. Excellent. Look, 892 times that this combination, qala, roughly, it comes all over. So definitely learn that. ذكر يذكر. ذكر يذكر. We do dhikr of Allah. Good. Right, to remember. So he remembered, he remembers. Good. 278, lots. أخذ يأخذ. أخذ يأخذ. Good. I forgot. Okay, good. So somebody's asking, good question, why يأخذ? Why is it يأخذ? It's like, look, this is غفر يغفر, ذكر يذكر. Okay, قال يقول. Why this one is أخذ يأخذ? Why does it look so different? Or why does it sound different? It could be, yeah, because this is a weak verb. So, although nothing's happened to it yet, well, it has actually a bit, but yeah, nothing major's happened. No, in fact, nothing's happened. But it's maybe the beginning of what's going on because the alif comes from ya'khudhu. It's gonna start to sound a bit different, right? Good to take. Amara ya'muru. Wa'mur bil ma'ruf, to command. 265. Hasiba yahsabu, to think, to reckon. وَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ الَّذِينَ قُتِلُوا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ أَمْوَاتًا. Do not think of those who've been killed in the way of Allah as dead. Hasiba, to reckon, to think. يَوْمَ يَقُومُ الْحِسَابِ, they are reckoning. Hayya Yahya. So put nephew on the spot. Yeah? Hayya, to live. Excellent. 43. Mata yamutu. Yep. It's a word that we use in Urdu as well. Maut. Kullu nafsin dha'iqatul maut. Maut. Death. 93. Kafara yakfuru. Yes, the first one is past, the second one is present. So kafara, he disbelieved. Yakfuru, he disbelieves. To be ungrateful can also mean to hide. Nasara yansuru. Nasara yansuru. That's where we get Ansar, Nasir, Nasir, like this. To help. 102. Nazala yanzilu. Nazala yanzilu. And remember last week I said, for those who can understand Urdu, nazla. Say nazla, which means flew, isn't it? It's coming down. Yeah. So to descend. Yep. Wajada yajidu. Wajada yajidu. Wajada yajidu. Somebody's asking for the WhatsApp, so what I'll do is I'll put my phone number in the chat when it's the break time so everybody can see it, and then you can just copy that and then just message me and I can put you in the group. Wajada yajidu, to find. Right, to find. Wajada yajidu. Excellent. So these are root words. These are the real words we need to learn to increase our vocabulary, the root words. Because once we learn the endings, we can put those endings on these root words and we'll know the meaning of the word. The root word is the main word we need to know. So that's why I've started giving root words now. Right? 20 minutes gone. And the starting of lesson 7, inshallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Right. Today we're going to do present tense verbs. Present tense verbs. We've done nouns, we've done cases of nouns, and we've done past tense verbs. We've done pronouns. Now we are going into present tense, and this is the last of the 4 tables we're going to have to learn. It's maybe the trickiest out of them all as well, but this is the last out of the 4 tables, and I will put this table at number 3 out of the most important ones. The first one I would say would be the attached pronouns, kitabuka, kitabukuma, kitabukum, that one, remember? Secondly, I would put the past tense verbs. And there's a lot of past tense in the Quran, stories of the prophets and things, stories of the prophets. There's also Number 3, I'd put present tense, which we're going to do today. And then number 4 are the separate pronouns, like huwa, huma, hum, that one. So, and there's no other table. There's no other brand new table after this. This is it. This is the last one in the course. Next week's will be built on this, but it's this is the last main table. Okay, so maybe people can be a bit happy. Right. So kataba. What tense is kataba, please? Anybody? Kataba? It's obvious, but just asking. Okay, good. Past tense. Sister who just wrote that. Oh, it's gone now. Okay. Kataba. It means he wrote. Right. So the present tense is yaktubu. And that's singular. The plural is yaktubuna. We're going to do that. We will do the table, but I just want to show you this. Yaktubu, yaktubuna. Look at the plural. Remember muslimuna, the plural. We had plural, didn't we, in nouns? Well, una is used for plural in present tense verbs too. Una is plural in present tense verbs also. What else do you notice about these two present tense verbs compared to the past tense? Some non-Arab, please. Yes, this table is crucial in your learning. This is the last of the crucial tables. This is the last of the big bang for the book. What is it? Big bang for the book, yeah? This is your main core table. This is it. We've done them. This is the last one, right? Has it done that? Okay, something else. I've just been missing them. Okay, you got it. Something. I won't say the name. You might not want the name to be read, but something. She said that they've got something coming before it. So last week, everything was coming at the end, attaching. So it was a suffix. The attachment was coming at the end of the verb, not at the beginning. But in present tense, something comes at the start of the verb. A prefix comes, right? So prefix, the reason why I'm saying something comes at the start is because I get mixed up between prefix and suffix, and I didn't really learn about that until I started doing Arabic, right? So yeah, a prefix comes and it's a present verb. So some letter comes before the root word, and that indicates to you it's a present verb. Yeah? Why are we adding a ya? Because that's what the table says. So I'll show you the table afterwards. Right. So that's just an example of kataba. He wrote. This one is he writes, or he is writing, depending on the sentence. And they all write, or they all are writing. Can the prefix be a ba? No, not for a present tense verb. But you see, inshallah, when you see the table, then it's all going to make sense there, inshallah. Let's look at another one. Alima means to know. He knew. So when you bring it into present tense, it's ya'lamu. Again, a prefix. Something came before the root word. This is the root word, la and mu. But this ya comes before it. That means it's present tense. Is there a dual verb? Yeah, don't worry. Show you the table, you see it all. So would the prefix? No, there's other prefixes as well. I'm just giving you this example before I show you the table. And ya'lamuna means they all know. So these are just examples. We will learn the template, inshallah. Okay, so we've got, I don't know what you've got. Yeah, you've got this in your books. Okay. So we've got kataba, yaktubu, yaktubuna. This is an example. This is also an example. Ja'ala means he made. Yaj'alu means he makes. Yaj'aluna, they all make. Raja'a, he returned. Yarji'u, he returns. Yarji'una, they all return. So, if you look at these two, you got the answer in your book. If you don't look at your book, if you just look at the slide, right? I've mentioned these verbs for a particular reason. Can anybody tell me what the reason is? Look at this. What's going on in this column? Non-Arab, please. Definitely not Sheikh Super Arab, if you're here this week. Definitely not you. Marfu, different case. Dhamma at the end. Cases. Majroor, marfu. Okay. You have been added different cases. Okay, you're latching on. Okay. This is the difference. This is what I want you to see. Right. Look at this. Kataba, over here, look at the first letter of all these verbs. They've all got a fatha on, okay? They've all got a zabar on. That's fine. The next letter has a sukoon. I've left a sukoon out. I've left it empty. It means it's got a sukoon. So this is yak, this is yaj, this is yar. Look at the last letter, all got a dhamma at the end. All got a dhamma at the end, right? All got pesh at the end. But this middle letter, this one, the third letter, this one has a dhamma, a pesh. This one has a fatha, a zabar, and this one has a kasra, a zair. Yep, can you all see that? That is going on. And that same thing carries on into all the permutations for that verb. So the question is, how do you know what to put? If I give you another verb, kabura or basura, how do you know what the vowel on the third letter is going to be? How do you know? How do you know? For kataba, it's yaktubu. For ja'ala, it's yaj'alu. For raja'a, it's yarji'u. It just is. But why? Is there a formula? Can anybody, look at the letter before? Okay, we'll look at the letter before. It's carry on. Look at the letter before. Then what do you do? Letter before. Yeah, I know you're guessing. Okay, look at the first letter. Okay, carry on. Look at the first letter. Okay, we don't really need to know as we are just learning to understand. Okay. What is the question? The question is, how do you know what this third letter has on it? How do you know it's a dhamma for that one? How do you know for ja'ala it's yaj'alu, it's a fatha? How do you know it's not a kasra for ja'ala? Pattern? Okay, I'll tell you, just trying to sort of. So the answer is there's no formula. There's no formula. Right? There's no formula. You just gotta learn for kataba, it's yaktubu. It's a dhamma. You just gotta know it's different for each verb. It's either gonna be a dhamma, fatha, or kasra. You don't know. There's no equation. There's no calculation that you apply a rule and you'll find out the answer. That's why I said when you learn the past verb, learn the present verb with it because you're gonna know what vowel is on the third letter. So when you learn ja'ala, just learn ja'ala yaj'alu. You'll just know yaj'alu it is. For raja'a, it's yarji'u, it just is. It's not yarja'u, it's not yarju'u. Many times it's whatever is easier on the tongue. You can maybe figure it out yourself by what is easier on the tongue. Sometimes you know that word from the Quran and you say, oh, it's yarji'u, or it's yaj'alu. It's not yaj'ulu, it's not yaj'ilu, it's yaj'alu. Right? So do you understand that? No. No. Yes. Yes. Okay. So I'll say it again, inshallah. Right. So this third letter, kinda, basically just accept. Yeah, just accept it. Right. So this third letter, the vowel on this, we can't figure it out. If I give you a word, dhakara, dhakara. Now, what is the past? Is it yadhkuru, yadhkiru, or yadhkaru? Which one is it? So you don't know. You wouldn't know. You might be able to think about it and say yadhkuru sounds right. Yadhkiru, it's difficult to say, so it's not that one. Yadhkuru might be yadhkaru. Yadhkaru is a bit hard. It's yadhkuru. You might be able to figure it out, but really there's no rule to figure out the letter, the vowel on the third letter for the present verb. You just have to learn it with the verb. So Kataba yaktubu. That's why I learned the present with the past. So if I say nasara yansuru, nasara yansuru, it's not going to be yansaru, it's not going to be yansiru, it's going to be yansuru. It just is for that verb. Right? That sister who said no, is it yes now? Hope so. Okay, no answer. Right. So you learn that for the particular verb, each verb. Yeah, you'll only know the vowel if you've learnt it for that verb. Otherwise, you might have a guess. It's either fatha, dhamma, or kasra, one of them two, one of them three. But yeah, it's good to learn with the verb. Will you please give us a PDF of the verbs? So all the verbs that we're covering, if you look at the vocabulary again, if I just go back to the vocabulary, look, I'll show you again. Look. غفر يغفر. For this one, for غفر, there's a kasra on the third letter. غفر يغفر. It's not going to be يغفر. It's not going to be يغفر. It's going to be يغفر for غفر. Okay, this one is a weak one, so we'll leave that one out. ذكر يذكر. So for ذكر verb, it's going to be يذكر. It's not going to be يذكر. It's not going to be يذكر. It's going to be يذكر. Right? Is there a top 100 root word list we can learn? Yeah, I think one of the sisters sent it. I think I've got something like that. I'll try to post it in the group, inshallah. Yeah, that's what you want to learn, the root words. Okay, look at this next one. Hasiba yahsabu. It's just yahsabu for that one. So the third letter for hasiba has a fatha. Yahsabu. You just have to know that. Kafara yakfuru. This one has a dhamma. It just does. Nasara yansuru. This has a dhamma as well. Nazala yanzilu. This has a kasra. Wajada yajidu. That's weak as well. Right? Every time we come across a root word in the future, do you recommend its present form too? So we'll cover that later, inshallah. I can tell from that you're a non-Arab. You just have to learn the past and the present, that's it. You don't have to learn the future. The future, I don't want to spoil it for you, but I'll just stop there for the time being. Only have to learn past and present, that's it. The future is actually the same as the present, which we'll talk about later. Yeah? Inshallah. So let's go back here. Right, so that's the significance of this slide here. And this is the table. This is the table we have to learn today. This is, the third most important table in my view, and it's the last of the 4 tables. You're not going to get in this course another table like this to learn. It's brand new. You're going to get something based on this, adjusted slightly, but this is a totally new table, and this is the one you have to learn. It's the last one out of all the ones in this course now. So this is what we've got to learn, okay? So let's go through it now. Let's have a look. I'd say it's the hardest as well, because it's got some exceptions going on. Just see what the next slide is first. All right, okay. Right, so look, kataba. This is the root word. You add a ya for all third person masculines. Look, they all begin with ya. Yeah, they all begin with ya. Yaktubu, yaktubani, yaktubuna. Now look at the ani. It looks like muslimani, muslimuna, doesn't it? It looks very similar to the marfu nouns, remember? Ani is marfu, remember? We were talking lesson 3, I think it was. Muslimani, muslimuna. So the same thing is appearing in this table. So if you've learnt your previous tables well, then this table should be, helped. It should be easier for you to know, because ani and una is dual and plural in marfu in nouns. So yaktubu, you stick a ya on to make it present tense. He writes. Yaktubani, they both write. And yaktubuna, they all write. Key thing here to remember is ya. Mostly Worry about the males, masculine, because the feminine don't come that much. Masculine all begin with ya for third person. When the person is not here, yaktubu, he writes, yaktubani, them two write, yaktubuna, they all write. Right? You happy with that? So far, you happy with that line? Okay, it's just a matter of learning. You just have to learn, and this is like the last of the major learnings. I think so that you need to do because it's a totally new table. Is there a mistake in the ta at the beginning? Which one? Okay, he is writing. You could also use the same for he is writing as well. He writes, he is writing. You could it's the same word. In the second row onwards. Yeah, don't look at the second row yet, okay? We're going to jump the second row and we're going to go to the third row. So third person masculine all begins with ya. Second person masculine is exactly the same except it begins with ta. So yaktubu becomes taktubu. Yaktubani becomes taktubani. Yaktubuna becomes taktubuna. And that's the main take-home lesson. I know you're already at home, but that's the main take-home lesson. Yeah, the lesson started about 37 minutes ago. Right. So, is everybody seen that? Yaktubu taktubu. Yaktubani taktubani. Yaktubuna taktubuna. That's the main lesson you need to go away with. That the masculine second person, when you are speaking to the person or to the people, second person, it's always starting with da. And when it's talking about third person, then it's ya. So he is ya and you is da. That's what's mostly used in the Quran. This row here, that row there. So are we happy with that? Turn you. That equals turn you. Just somebody's given a suggestion that equals. I don't understand. SM, please can you explain a bit further? Somebody explained it, I think last year. Tum in Urdu. The ta is for you. Okay. In Urdu, it's saying tum. Tum in Urdu means you. So yeah, the ta is like for tum in Urdu, which means you all. Right? Yeah, there was a sister in the last course, and she might still be here, and she mentioned a good way, I think, to learn this. I forgot what it was now. I think it was this one. Anyway, so that is it. We can get other verbs now and put it into there. So yaktubu, alima means to know. So ya'lamu means he knows. Ta'lamu means you know. Ya ya'lamani means them to know. Ta'lamani, you to know. Look at this one. Ya'lamuna, you all know. They all know. Ta'lamuna, you all know. Can you see alima? You can put many root verbs in there, and the template will tell you what the verb means. As long as you know what the verb means. So, for example, raja'a, tarji'un means you all return. Yeah. So this is just a template. These black ones here, you can replace them with other verbs. Qatala. Yeah. Qatala, yaqtuluna, taqtuluna. Yaqtuluna, they all kill. Taqtuluna, you all kill. Right? Break is in about 20 minutes. Right? I'm just answering somebody's question. Right? Right. So we've done masculine. We've done third person masculine and second person masculine. Don't worry, we'll have examples, inshallah, to help it sit in. Look at the next one. Just go to the masculine again. So this one, masculine, is very important. Feminine, not that important. Right. So masculine, aktubu. an alif appears there. Aktubu means I write. I write. So aqtulu, I kill. Arji'u, I return. Adhkuru, I remember. Okay, so sister said that the alif looks like I. It looks like an I. So that's a good way. That's a good way, isn't it? Adhkuru, I katabat. I write. I kataba. And then look, the noon of plural that we're used to seeing. Look, they're all here, the noons of dual. Yeah, but look, the noon of we, remember? Katabna, it comes, doesn't it? So now the noon has like come to the front instead of the end. For present tense, like the noon from past tense has come to the front. So naktubu is we write. Nadhkuru, we remember. Naqtulu, we kill. A'udhu billah, I seek refuge. Na'udhu billah, we seek refuge. We like that one. A'udhu billah, I seek refuge. A'udhu billah. And na'udhu billah, we seek refuge. So somebody wrote woe with double exclamation marks. Yeah, because it sits in, because we read du'as and this and that, and now it's sitting in that. Okay, why do we astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk means I seek your forgiveness and repentance. I repent to you. And nastaghfiruka, we seek forgiveness. Astaghfiruka, I seek forgiveness. Nastaghfiruka, we seek forgiveness. Yeah? A'udhu billah, I seek refuge in Allah. Na'udhu billah, we seek refuge in Allah. Right? So the na comes. So we've done that now. Everybody happy so far? Obviously, you might not be happy because you got to learn it, meaning you might say, no, I'm not happy, I'm getting confused, it's difficult. But yes, this is a table you have to learn. It's the last of the table, so this is like the last exertion. You know, like the scholars, they talk about Ramadan and they say when you come into the end of Ramadan, what do you do? What should we do? And they say like the Sahaba, like the time in the past, the Muslims of the past, when it came to Ramadan, when it came to the end of their life, or when it came to the, I think when it came to the end of their life, or when it came to the end of Ramadan, they'd roll their sleeves up and they would go for it. And they would say, what does a horse do when in a horse race? What does a horse do on the final stretch? Does it say, oh, there's the end line, I'm going to take it easy now, I've done all my hard work, I'm just chilling, I'm just going to walk home now? Does it do that? Doesn't do that, it's going to lose a race. It puts everything in. The jockey is smacking it, and the horse is running as fast as it can because it knows this is it. This is the last stretch. I can see, my target, and whatever I've got, I might as well just put it in now and finish it. So that's the attitude we have towards the end of Ramadan. That's the attitude we should have towards the end of our life, even, that let's just go for it and do whatever we can. That's it. I've done whatever I did in my life, and this is my time now to, I could go any time, and let's go for it. So this is the last straight now coming to our class. So, go for it. Roll your sleeves up. Give it one last burst, one last month, and it's done, inshallah. Home run, right? Baseball, American, yeah? Home run. That's where we get that from. Right, okay, next one. Let's look at the feminine. The feminine ones are difficult, okay? A bit harder. Taktubu. It's the same as this one. Taktubu, it's the same. So the context of the, of the sentence would tell you if it's a she. It's talking about she, so taktubu would be she. So taktubu can be masculine or feminine. But if you're struggling, don't worry about the feminines. Just learn that the ta is masculine, you, rather than feminine, her, she writes. Okay, but taktubu can also mean she writes. This table is tricky. The trickiest out of them all, I'd say. Right? Taktubani is the same as this one, and it's the same as this one. These three are all the same. Taktubani, taktubani, taktubani. One of them. Again, duals aren't so important. So if you're struggling to register this table, Even if you were to drop the duals, you'll still get a good benefit, but you won't get a good mark in your test, right? So taktubani, and then look at this last one, yaktubna. It's got the ending from the last week. Remember last week, katabna and qulna, yeah, that noon, the woman noon is coming there. Look, plural woman noon there, plural woman noon there as well. So yaktubna is how you would say they all write, women. And taktubna is how you say you all. So it's got some of this. Look, the second person all start with ta. Look, taktubu, taktubu, taktubuna, taktubina, taktubani, taktubna. So the second person all start off with ta. And the third person masculine all start off with ya. So it's a tricky table. I'll do the recording inshallah and I'll repeat it. Yeah, about 5 times inshallah. Right, you're going to need to repeat this one because this is the last of the tables we have to learn, and it's a tricky one. Let's look at this one. Taktubina is how you say you write to a woman. Now look at the difference. Taktubu, you write male. Taktubina, you write female. It's very different. It looks like a plural. It looks like a plural ina, remember? It looks like a majroor or mansoob plural noun. But it's actually, obviously, if you know kataba, remember you can replace kataba with khalaqa, raja'a, sami'a, qatala, wajada. You can replace the black letters with other verbs, but it's the red ones, the templates that you need to know. So taktubu will become taqtulu for qatala, tadhkuru for dhakara. Yeah? So taktubina is just something you have to remember. Taktubani is same, dual. And taktubna is the ta version of this one. This is yaktubna, this is taktubna. Right? So you might need a break after this, but this is the table you have to learn to be able to understand Arabic, because it's present tense and there's lots of present tense in the Quran. So inshallah we will do examples and we will learn. This next slide, obviously it's just boy and girlized, if you like that one. And this one shows you, in my experience, which ones come in the Quran the most. It was difficult searching for this pattern and finding out how many times this pattern comes in the Quran. So I didn't put any numbers on, but look, drop all the duals. If you're struggling, or even if you're not struggling, as long as you know which the important ones are. Dual aren't that important, but I didn't want to teach a course and leave out the duals completely and then give you half a table. I'm sort of, the way I like it is show me everything on one thing. Just show me everything. I want to see everything. I don't want to be told afterwards there's 2 or 3 or the different things, different ways. I just want to see everything there so I know that this is the whole thing I need to learn. That's how I sort of function, or that's how I like things. I find it to remember the duals. Easy or hard? Hard, yeah. Okay, duals are harder. Even if you were to drop all the duals in the whole course and just forget that the word dual exists and just learn the singular and plurals, you're still learning the big bang for the buck. You're still learning the main things. Duals are less, but if you want to increase your ability to understand the Quran, then you need to learn the duals as well. If you're struggling, then drop the duals. So yaktubu, yaktubuna, main ones. Taktubu, taktubuna, main ones. Right? The ya being third person, the ta being second person. So the ya is he writes, they all write, and the ta is you write, you all write. And then aktubu, naktubu. Aktubu means I write, and naktubu means we write. So if you're struggling and look at this table, that's the one that you need to learn. I know this is hard, but I teach it. It's like oof. It's like takes time. But remember, the key thing to remember is this: third person present begins with ya, for the majority of the time. And when it's beginning with ta, it's talking about you. Either you singular, you plural. So just look at this table. If that was a bit heavy for you, learn this table. Those who are half Arabs are like this, yeah? Especially Mr. Super Duper Arab, if you're here today, you got to learn everything, right? You know it anyway, but, I'm saying anyway. So this is just something we have to learn. So what we will do, there is, we've hit 50 minutes, so we can have, yes, okay, we have a 10-minute break. After the break, inshallah, we will come back and then we will just go through examples. So I'm going to give you examples of words that come in the Quran that you're used to seeing them, and it's going to have this rule, this template applied to it, and then you'll see, inshallah. Okay, so I'll be back at 8:30 UK time. That's 10 minutes from now, inshallah, about 9 minutes. Okay, jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah. Hope you guys have had your break, had your tea, rusks, whatever. I like rusks. Some people love praying their Salah even now. And some people might put their kids to bed. Right. I mean. Right. So we were on this, and we're going to now do some examples. The examples are all in your booklet. So what I would ask you to do is go to page. Anybody know the page? 1 second. 40. People are saying page 44. People are saying page 44. It's actually 43. Page 43. Please don't go to page 44. Page 44 has got the answers in. Right, go to page 43 and just look at this table. Right, look at this table, whichever one you like it in. It's gonna, it's gonna be this table or that table. It's the same, right? So you're looking at that, and now I'm going to give you words, and I want you to write the meanings of the words. Okay, so ta'lamu. It comes from the verb alima. Alima means he knew. So ta'lamu is present tense because look, at ta is coming before the root word alima. Alamu now. So because something is coming before it, it's present tense. And remember what I said, the main rule is that is for you, ya is for him. That is second person, ya is third person for the majority of times in the Quran. So, ta'lamu, good. Ta'lamu corresponds with taktubu. Taktubu. I don't know if that's clear, but yeah. In your table. So good. You know. You know. Yes, it could mean she knows as well, but we're just going to concentrate on the main one. The main one is a masculine one. So you know. Good. And how many times have we seen ta'lamu in the Quran? According to this, just this particular word, no additions or anything, in my search on tanzil.net, it came up with 11. I think on tanzil.net, or I've got some other document, right? 11 times. Just that particular exact word. Ya'lamu. Look at the difference. That's it. We just changed the ta to a ya. Ya'lamu. That third letter, it's always stayed the vowel on that third letter. Once you know what it is, it always stays. That doesn't change. That's always going to say fatha all the way through in all the combinations. So ta'lamu, you know. Ya'lamu, he knows. Ya'lamu, he knows. And this is why I put these two examples in here to show you this is what I want you to learn. Ta is you, ya is him. Yeah. So ta'lamu, you know. You have ilm, you have knowledge, you know. And ya'lamu is he knows. Remember these two words. Look, 83 times, just that particular combination. Ya'lamu. Not ya'lamuna, not ya'lamani, just ya'lamu 83 times. Right? So it comes. So again, ta'lamu, You know. Ya'lamu, he knows. Okay? Is everybody understanding how you're translating from looking at the table? Can you all see where we're looking? Good. Just the root letters will change, but the template is the same. The ones in red are the same. That's the template you need to learn. Then you can stick other root letters as long as you know what dhakara means, sami'a means, fataha means. You can, and it comes into this template, you'll know what the word means. You'll be able to translate. He does that thing, whatever that verb is. Yeah, somebody else has put ta in Urdu is tum, which is tum, not the Arabic word tum. In Urdu, tum means you, right? In fact, it's maybe derived from Arabic as well, because antum means you, and katabtum, you all did that thing. Okay, so that's one way. Anyway, look at this in the Quran. Wallahu, and Allah, and Allah. Just put the translation here. Well, I'll put the translation afterwards, inshallah. And Allah, ya'lamu. What does ya'lamu mean? He knows. So it's like, and Allah, He knows. Wa antum, we've done wa antum. And antum, you all. La with the alif makes it into negation, no. And ta'lamuna means, look, ilm, the root words alima, ayn, lam, mim. So this verb is talking about to know, but what is it? Ta'lamuna, you all know. But la ta'lamuna, you all know not. You all do not know. And this is in Arabic, it's such a powerful thing. And Allah, He knows. Wa antum, and you all, la ta'lamuna, you all do not know. I feel that sensation of so powerful in Arabic. If you understand that in Arabic, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He knows, and you don't know. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows why He made you the way He made you. Allah knows why He gave you what He gave you. Allah knows why you are in that profession and not in the profession you might be wanting to be. Allah knows and you don't know. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows why you are married to who you're married to, or why you are not married if you're not married, and why this and why that, and you don't know. You might think why this and why that, but Allah knows what would have happened to you if you went the other direction and that other thing happened, or you married the other person who you were interested in marrying. Allah knows what would have happened 10, 20 years down the road in that marriage, or in that job, or in that profession you went through, or in that person, or in that whatever you got. Yeah? Even, I like mentioning Lamborghini, right? You don't have a sports car. You don't have a really fast sports car. Allah knows that it's not better for you to have that sports car. Maybe you get that sports car and you press accelerate and then you go and have an accident and you die. Or you have a bad accident, you're in hospital for the rest of your life. Allah knows. And Allah knows what would have happened in 10 years' time if you continued with that thing. Allah changed it for you, for your betterment. So Allah knows, and you do not know. So it's really, gets me, man. It gets me that's really powerful. This is why we leave our affairs to Allah. Yes, He knows. He knows what's better for us. He knows who to make rich, and He knows that Allah knows the people who for some people it's a narration. For some people, money is better for them. A rough meaning. For some people, money is better for them, and if they were poor, that would corrupt them. And for some people, poverty is better for them, and if they were rich, that would corrupt them. Allah knows what is best for His slaves. And honestly, it's true. Anyway, I'll just continue with the lesson. Right? And Allah, He knows, and antum, and you all, you do not know. You do not know. Right? So it's just really powerful. But you can see here the ya'lamu is coming, and the ta'lamuna is coming. Second person, yeah, you all, and Allah, for Allah, He. We're talking He. Yeah? Okay, again, back on page 43. So alima means ilm. Ilm is knowledge. So we get alim from, allama from, ma'loom from, ulama from, like that. So alim, alima. So what's ta'lamuna mean? Ta'lamuna. Ta, remember ta is second person, you. And una is, what's una? What we know what una is from lesson 2. Yes, it's plural. So ta'lamuna, you all have alima. You all have the knowledge, you all know. Right? You all know. Are you happy with that? You all know. Right, look at the next one. Okay, 61 times just that particular word in the Quran, roughly. Plural, yes. You all know. This one. This is why I'm putting these examples in. Ya'lamuna. They all know. Again, I'm just trying to drive this concept to you. That ta is second person, the ya is third person. Ta'lamuna, you all know. Ya'lamuna. Yep. They. Okay. They will do. They will do. They all know. Yeah. They all know. Remember, the ta is you, the ya is him. Ta'lamuna, you all know. Ya'lamuna, they all know. 91 times. How many times have you seen this in the Quran? Many, 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 many times. Many, many times. Next one. Oh, so look at this one now. Ya'lamuna now. It's changing to Ya'maluna. Ya'maluna. Look. Ya'lamuna, the root word is alima, to know. This one is amala, amila, to do. Amal, amal, do we say amal, action? So this one now, just because the root word has changed. Look, alima was the root word here. Now the root word has become amila, amila, yeah, to work, to do. So what's ya'maluna mean? Ya'maluna. You should be able to look now and find the root words in this template, because this ya is part of the template. The una is part of the template, so these 3 letters are the root word. So now, slowly, you'll be able to start extracting root words from a combination like this, because you'll know the patterns. It's all about learning the patterns. It's all about knowing the patterns and learning root words. That's how you get your biggest bang for the buck. I've got to look at him. Right? So, yeah, so they all do. They all. Why is it they? What's the they part in there? Where is the they part in here? Good. No. Oh, okay, yeah. Una as well. Una is plural. Okay, okay. But yeah, ya is the third person. Where's the third person part in there? Yeah, the ya. That's right. Right? So ya'maluna means they all know. 57. Ta'maluna. Again, I'm doing this for a reason, just to get the start and the ya in your head. Ta'maluna means, if ya'maluna means they all do, what is ta'maluna mean? Yep, that is for dum, for you, right? Ta for you all do. 83, these are big coming. This particular word, not its derivations, not the other ways you say it, just this particular word comes like, I find 83 times. Yep, you all is masculine terminology. The masculine are the main ones because, again, whenever a mixed group is used, is addressed, is talked about, then the masculine terminology is used for mixed groups. And most of the time in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to the male and female. So the masculine is used. Yeah, you are all doing. I think that's the same thing. You are all doing. You all do. That's fine, both of them. Maybe the context of the 10th sentence will, help in knowing whether it's you all are doing, or you all do. Okay, so the nouns come now. Noon. What does noon do? What does a noon signify? We. It signifies we many times. A'udhu billah, na'udhu billah. A'udhu billah, I, for I, and noon for we. So, a'udhu billah, I seek refuge with Allah. Na'udhu billah, we seek refuge with Allah. So, na'malu, not we did, not we did. Now some people put we, that's fine. But now, it's not we did. That's right. Because we did is past tense. And because we're getting a prefix here, it shows you it's present tense. So, we all do. Yeah, we all do. We are doing. Yep. 5 times. But it's this pattern, this particular word might come 5 times, but this pattern, the noon, how many times that comes? Lots. Right, taf'alu, fa'ala means to do as well, okay? Has a different sort of, it'll have maybe a different connotation, but for this now, fa'ala means to do. Alam tara kayfa? Fa'ala rabbuka. Yeah, fa'ala, your Lord did to do. Taf'alu means you do. Okay, second person, you do. Excellent. One time I could find. Taf'aluna. The ta, second person. Una is plural. You just gotta know what fa'ala means. Fa'ala means to do. So you all. So again, you all do. Right? Again, you. That's the you. That's the all. And that's the do. So taqtuluna, you all kill. Taj'aluna, you all make. Ja'ala, to make. Right? So in this one, it's taf'aluna, you all do. Plural. Excellent. 6 times. That particular word. Yaf'aluna. What does yaf'aluna mean? If taf'aluna means you all do, what does yaf'aluna mean? Exactly. They all do. Out of those people who have just answered, could you just write N if you're non-Arab and A if you're Arab? Oh, that's good. Mostly, overwhelmingly all N, which is good, which means that you're understanding. Good. Cool. Right, so 15. Tasjuduna. So look now. Look at this word. Ta, you know, it's a template one. That is a template letter. You know, una is also a template letter, a template combination. So these words, these 3 letters are the root word. Sajada. Sajada means sajda, to prostrate. So this verse, once you know what this verb means, you should be able to translate this whole word. You, that's the you, that's good. You. All, this is all. Do this verb. This verb is sajda. So you all sajda. You all do the sajda. So you all prostrate. Exactly, you've got it, you're getting it. Good, isn't it? You've never seen that word, but you know what sajda means? You can translate tasjuduna. Obviously, you're going to have to learn it. Yeah, you're going to have to learn it. But it's the 3rd most important table, and it's the last of. You won't see a brand new. I don't think you're going to see a brand new table that big now in the courses. This is the last one. Right? So tasjuduna, you all prostrate. None. So I don't know if anybody knows that does come in the Quran, let me know. But yasjuduna, yasjuduna, yasjuduna. What does yasjuduna mean? If tasjuduna means you all prostrate, yasjuduna, good. More please. Yeah, that's right. Just waiting for more people, giving people time to answer. Okay, so third person. He or they. Let's look at the ending. Oh, plural. So that means they. That's third person. And this one added together. They do what? Sajada. They prostrate. 4 times with that particular word. How many tajiduna? How many? I don't know. I have to search. Right. So yasjuduna. Okay. So now this one. You need to know what raja'a means because this is the root word. And I've written it there for you. Raja'a means to return. So what does yarji'una mean? Yes. Sorry if I didn't answer your questions. It's going up really quick and couldn't see everybody's. I missed the question. Right. So yarji'una, they all raja'a. They all raja'a. So they all return. They all return. $12. They add up. There's all adding up. This template comes a lot. But with this particular one, with this particular word, I searched 12. Okay, so tashkuruna. So, I've put the root word there, but look, this is a template addition. That. Una is a template addition. So the root word is shakara. What is shakara? Shukr. Do shukr of Allah. Thank. So now you should be able to translate this. Good. Oh, you've already written. Yeah. So you, una, all. You all do this. Shakara. So you all thank. You all thank. So it's not rocket science. It's just learning tables. And obviously, yes, it's going to be hard. But what you need to do after the course, inshallah, is keep with the Quran and keep trying to translate and then say, oh, I've done that. Oh, let me go and check table. You keep on doing that, it will solidify. It will solidify in your minds, inshallah. Okay, so if someone's asking Muslimuna, so Muslimuna it's a noun, it's not a verb. So Muslimuna, it comes from Salama, right? But Muslimuna is the ones who do Salama. So that's a noun. So that's separate. They've got similarities, but that's a noun. We're not doing nouns now. We're just doing verbs. Yeah. But yeah, you can see the similarity that una is there for plural. And this is 19. Ya'budu. Ya'budu. So the ya is a template. Abada must be the root word. And it is because we can see it there. Good. Good. Not they all. They all needs a una at the end. Yeah, just he. He worships. Yes, it could mean she worships as well, but we're not concentrating. We'll leave the feminines. Just concentrate on the masculine one. He worships. Good. Not worshipped. Worshipped is past tense. We're not doing past tense. Past tense has something added at the end. This is present tense because something is added at the start. Right? So ya'budu, he worships. 8. Don't worry about the low numbers because that's just that one particular word. The template, is applied to many words like ya'lamu we've just done, right? Yep, she begins. Yeah, she. Sorry, yeah, you're right. She is the. Yeah. My mistake. Are you Arab? Oh, good. Even better. Non-Arab correcting me. That's good. Right? Yes. Right? Ta'buduna. So again, abada is there. Abada is there. So worship. This verb is present tense. Something to do with worship. The ta does what? You. So we're sticking with the masculine term, with the masculine one because that comes most. So you all abada. You all abada. So you all do that verb, whatever that verb means. In this case, abada means to worship. So you all worship. لا أعبد ما تعبدون. You know, قل يا الكافرون. Yeah. تعبدون أعبدون. لا أعبد ما تعبدون. So it's there. I do not worship what you all worship. 23. So ta'buduna is you all worship. What's ya'buduna? Ya'buduna. You got it right. They all worship. They all worship. Exactly. The ya makes it third person. 14. All these numbers are adding up. Remember, adding up. As I say in Urdu, katra katra karke darya banta hai. For those people who know Urdu, it doesn't sound right in English. Doesn't flow in English, but it means, you know, it's drop by drop that a river is formed. I think that's what darya is. I get the beats from my mum. Darya, I think it's yeah, darya is river. I think yeah. Right. Yeah, pebble by pebble, mountain is formed. Yeah, sand dunes are made of what? Just sand particles that you can't even see. If you have a few on your hand, you have to do this to tell that there's something there. But they make big dunes in the um, desert. So it all adds up. So ta'budu, ta'budu. So again, abada is there. Abada is there. Yep. You worship. You worship. Yep. Yep. So 3 times. But the main thing is you're learning is a template. You're getting practice with the template, which comes a lot. Okay, so ta'budu means you worship. What does na'budu mean? Na'budu. Iyaka na'budu. You alone, the ka, iyaka. We'll do this in the last lesson, inshallah. We'll go over the salah and we'll go into the words and apply what we've learnt in our salah. So hopefully, inshallah, our salah will be at another level in Ramadan, inshallah, because now we'll be picking up the words and knowing the words. So that's going to be the last lesson, inshallah, before Ramadan, inshallah. Right, so na'budu, we worship. You alone, iyaka na'budu, we worship. How would I say, you alone, I worship? Have a look at your table. Non-Arab, please. How would you say, you alone, iyaka, I worship? You alone, I worship. Yeah, a'budu. Yeah, a'budu means I worship. Na'budu means we worship. Right? So yeah, I missed that comment there, something about a dream. This was my, oh, yeah. This is everybody's dream, yeah, to learn, to be able to understand the Quran while we read it. And, you know, we're learning the biggest things you need to learn. So go back, do your tables, and this is it. This is what you need to be able to start understanding lots of the Quran, lots of parts of the Quran. Right? Na'budu, we worship 8 times, but look, you know that word now, and you read that in your salah 17 times minimum a day. Right? So, you know, na'budu, it's going to come in your salah. Na'budu might be the switch for you to turn on in your salah. Iyaka na'budu. Oh yeah, na'budu, I remember that. And then that's it, you're back on track in your salah. Right? So it's helping with khushu if you know what it means. Yeah, I wish we were born with this knowledge so we could, somebody's written, I wish we were born with this knowledge so we could connect with the Salah and the Quran. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made us how we are. Wallahu ya'lamu wa antum la ta'lamun. It's better for you the way you are. I'll just give you just a quick thing. I was at the train station once when I was at university. I was at the train station and I was into learning Arabic and I was like, oh, when I met Arabs there in that university, and one of my questions used to be, I was like, some people say Arabs can't understand the Quran, some people said they can. What's going on? I want to ask people. So I would, when I saw an Arab, I'd ask that, can you understand the Quran? So yeah, we can understand most of it. Oh, that's really good, that. Right, so I was at a train station once and I saw a brother there, he's Arab, so what did I ask him? Can you understand the Quran? At that time I couldn't understand it. I was just trying to learn, right? I asked him, can you understand the Quran? And he said, yeah, I can understand. I said, you understand Arabic? And he goes, yeah, yeah, but you understand English. He said to me, but you understand English. I'm like, what? He said, you're looking up to me that I understand English and not Arabic. I'm looking up to you, you understand Arabic, and as a result, you can understand the Quran. So I should be looking up to you, but he was looking up to me. He was like, or maybe he was saying it to not make me sad, but I felt at that time, he was like more amazed that I knew English because he was trying to learn English. Now, just imagine if we didn't have that, we were born into an Arab family and we didn't have that appreciation for Arabic and didn't have that appreciation, you know. So maybe our thirst that we've got some extra thirst because we don't know Arabic. So we're making extra effort to learn it, and inshallah we'll be rewarded for that. Yeah. But I know what you're saying, obviously. It helps the earlier you know. But yeah, it's valuable. Somebody's saying, I went to Egypt and wanted to speak Arabic and everybody wanted to speak English. Yeah. See, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows who to give what to. Those people who didn't have Islam, when they become Muslim, look what they do. Look at the people who are doing talks and spreading Islam so much. A lot of the active ones, are converts, reverts, the ones who weren't Muslim before, but then they became Muslim. Now they know the value and they hold it like this and they go and spread it. So, yeah, maybe we appreciate the value of Arabic. Right, okay, so that was it. That was it. So let's look at some verses of the Quran. We've got about 26 minutes left, yeah? So this this person says that I want to learn English and Arabic. I'm a French speaker, so he wanted to learn both. Same name as me as well. Right. Yeah. Okay. So let's look at it. وَيَخْلُقُ وَيَخْلُقُ. What's وَيَخْلُقُ? So again, what do we do? Look at the root word. خَلَقَ. I've learned خَلَقَ. It means to create. Oh, the ya is there, so present verb. And it's a ya, it's not a ta. So what is ya mostly? Third person. And he creates. And he creates. And he creates. That's the main. This might come in the test. This verse might come in the test. I don't know I don't know what's in the test yet. I think this is in the test. I don't have my test on me at the moment. So وَيَخْلُقُ, and he creates ma la. So many times ma means what. So what not. What not. تَعْلَمُونَ. تَعْلَمُونَ. Again, present verb because it's got a prefix. Alima, so it's something to do with to know. And that means you. Una, all. Know. So you all know. And he creates what you all do not know. Again, another powerful verse. And he creates what you don't know. There's so much of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's creation out there. If you just look at the angels, there are so many that if you trillions upon trillions, we just don't know how many there's, like as many angels as pebbles on the earth, something like that. There's plenty of angels. And these things, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created, we don't even know. So وَيَخْلُقُ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. He creates what you all do not know. Okay. Let's just look at another one. Let's try this one. يَعْلَمُ. Again, يَعْلَمُ. Know this one. Yeah. What does يَعْلَمُ mean? The ya is he and alima to know. So he knows. What? Yaliju. Yaliju. The reason why this looks different, because it's a weak verb. But ya is still there. Look, ya, liju. What do you read when you enter your house? Bismillahi walajna. Enter. We enter. Right? Walajna. So, ma yaliju, he knows what it enters. Literally, it enters. Fi, in. Al-ardi, the earth. And the earth is, what case is earth? Majroor because of kasra, yeah, okay, because of kasra. But what's making it? Yes, okay. So yeah, it's majroor because of the kasra. But I mean, why is it a kasra? Because fi is a majroorifying word. Majroorifying word. So it makes the next noun majroor. So ya'lamu, he knows what enters in the earth. Wama, and what? Yakhruju. What's yakhruju mean? Yakhruju. Again, kharaja means to leave, and the ya is present tense. So literally, it leaves. It leaves. Minha, min and ha, two words. Min, from it. Have we received all the majorifiers? I don't think I've sent all the majorifiers, but I sent quite a few in one of the slides. I think lesson 5. So ya'lamu, he knows ma yaliju, what it enters. What enters? Fil ardi, what enters in the earth. Wama, and what? Yakhruju, it what do you call it? Exits. So what exits? Minha, from it. Why is it minha, from it? Why is it ha? What ha means from it? Feminine. Feminine. What's feminine? Oh, okay. Okay, ard is feminine. Why is it feminine? No ta marbuta there. I can't see a ta marbuta there. Yep, that's good. Arabic. Arabs say so. Yeah, it's an Arabic word. Okay, so yeah, good. Let's do another one. Okay, this one doesn't have any of the verbs, but let's just do it. What does wahua mean? Wahua. Lesson 4, I think it was. And he. And he. Ma'a and kum. Ma'a means with. So what's ma'akum mean? With you. Or with you what? With you singular? With you masculine? With you feminine? With you plural? With you all. Excellent. So, and he is. So you won't get this in the translation. Look, and he is with you. It doesn't say with you all, but really it's with you all. The reason why maybe they leave it out is because if you say he is with you all, it's sort of the flow is, it sort of makes the flow harder in English, and so some maybe that's why they missed that out. Yeah, but you might want to put them all in brackets, right? So, and he with you all, and he is with you all. Aina, ainama. So ainama means wherever. Aina by itself means where. Min aina anta means where are you from. Ainama, wherever. Kuntum, yeah, kuntum. What's kuntum mean? Kuntum is kana. Kuntum is kana. Yes, you all. Okay, literally you have been. Yeah. Okay, you all were. Well, in the context, and he is with you wherever you may be. You all may be. Next one here. This one here. Wallahu. and Allah. Bima. So if you translate as in your head, be most of the time, many times I'd say, be means with, and ma means what. So if you just put in your head, bima means with what, you'll understand the sentence, inshallah. Okay, that's a literal, a literal meaning of bima. But when you translate it, and Allah with what, in English it doesn't make it, it doesn't flow. So you just put that in your head, and inshallah you'll understand it. So, and Allah with what? Ta'maluna. What's ta'maluna mean? So I'm not translating with what there. I'm just saying, just put that in your head, sort of thing. Because I don't want to, over here it might not mean with what. It might be something else, and I don't want to go translating the Quran without knowledge. So I'll just say, if you just keep that in your head, inshallah you'll know what it means. You all know. Sorry, you all do. Amala means action, to do. Ta means you. Una is all. Amala, you all do. Basir. Basura is the root word. Basir means see. So Allah, he he's he sees whatever you do. Whatever you do, he sees it. Now, if you put in your mind, and Allah with what you all do sees, you're going to understand what it means. You just wouldn't say it like that. And Allah sees whatever you do. Yeah. Okay, let's do this one. And wallahu just means and Allah. Sorry, and Allah. Right, this one. Yeah, okay. Inna. Inna means inna. Have we done inna yet? Maybe not. Inna means indeed. Allah. What's Allah mean? Allah. Indeed. Right? Indeed, Allah. La. La. Not. Yadlimu. Okay? Yadlimu. Especially non-Arabs, look at this one. Yadlimu. What is the root word here? Yes. Zalama means oppression. So yadlimu means, what's yadlimu mean? Literally, yadlimu means, just literally, he oppresses, he does wrong. La yadlimu means he does not do wrong. La yadlimu does not do wrong. So indeed Allah, la yadlimu, he does not wrong. Yeah. Mithqala, mithqala means, I think it's an Urdu word as well. Mithqal, I think it is. Weight. Weight. Dharra, that's an Urdu word as well. Dharra means atom. Yeah, translated as atom, small amount, small. So indeed Allah, la yadlimu, he does not wrong even the weight of an atom. Yeah. So this is showing you where the present verbs. I've looked present verb here, present verb here, present verb here, present verb here, 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 there, there. You see? Yeah. Yeah. Right? Yeah, it's emotional, you know. And to look, the Quran, as I said it in the first lesson, the Quran is easy to understand. Look, in 7 lessons, you are being able to understand these words because the Quran is easy to understand. You learn the patterns, you're laughing. Right. That's in the font that I read in. I read Quran in this font. In Ramadan, I read Quran in this font because I was brought up reading it and I just find it easier. So no, don't feel ashamed. People don't have to be ashamed. Whatever you brought up, it's actually easier to read than the other one, in my view. You need to know more tajweed rules with the other one. But anyway, so this is again another one. Let me see. Okay, let's look at this one here. Right, okay, so qala. What's qala mean? We did it last week. Qala. Qala. Not say, not say. To say, okay, it's the verb to say, but in a sentence it doesn't mean to say. In a sentence it means, yep, good. Yep, he said. Qala means he said. So qala, inni. Inna and e. Indeed, I. Indeed, I. He said, indeed, I a'lamu. A'lamu. I know, okay? A'lamu means I know. How do you say we know? Yeah, na'lamu, right? So you put the noon on to make it we. So he said, inni, indeed I, a'lamu, I know. Okay, what's the next one? Mala, what's mala mean? What? La, not. What not? I'm just looking at the verses because my screen is a bit covered. Okay, I'll leave it. Right. So he said, indeed I know. Mala, what not? Ta'lamuna. Good, good, good. You all know. So what not you all know. So he said, indeed I know what you all do not know. And that's, I think, in Surah Al-Baqarah, is it? That's when, as far as I know, it's when the angels asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, are you going to create a creation on the earth who sheds blood? And you can see this happening all over the world even now. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I know what, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I know what you do not know. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us for a wisdom that He knows and the angels did not know. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knew there would be worshippers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knew there would be people who would, wake up at night and pray to Him. There would be people who would, go against their own temptations for the pleasure of Allah. There would be people who would serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who would help His religion, who would worship Him when they had the free will to go mess about, but they worshipped Him instead. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows everything. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so when the angels asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, why are you creating a creation that's going to cause bloodshed, on the earth? He said, Inni a'lamu ma la ta'lamun. I know what you all do not know. Okay, let's just look at this one. La a'budu. La a'budu. What does la mean? Not. A'budu. I. That's the I. The alif is the I. Looks like an I as well. Abada. Worship. So I do not worship. Ma. What? So ma, when it comes before a present verb, many times it means what? So I do not worship what? Ta'buduna. Good. You all abada, worship. Okay, this is Qul ya al-Kafirun, isn't it? So I do not worship what you all worship. If you can, start looking at the last surahs, the small surahs that we tend to read mostly in Salah, then, you'll be able to translate them. Once you can translate them, then you're laughing. That concentration can come much easier. So we've got 9 minutes left. Okay, so we're going to still make use of the 9 minutes, inshallah. Okay, look at this one. Walakinna, walakinna. What does walakin mean? I don't think we've done it yet. But for those people who know Urdu, lekin, same word. What does lekin mean? But. So, walakin and but. So, but. Maybe they didn't put and here because when you say and but, maybe it doesn't make sense in English, so they just put but there. Okay. So, but أكثر الناس أكثر الناس أكثر, another word. It comes from كثرة كثير. We've done كثير, yeah? Ibn Kathir, remember Ibn Kathir? He had knowledge, didn't he? He had a lot of knowledge. So كثير means a lot. And أكثر means sort of most. Makes it higher. So ولكن أكثر الناس أكثر الناس, most of mankind. Most people. Yeah? ولكن, but most people, أكثر الناس, لا. What's لا? Not. Do not. يشكرون. So the ya, template, una, template, they both mean that's third person, plural, so they all, shakara. Shakara, shukr. You know shukr? It means to be thankful. So, la, they all are thankful, not. So they are all not thankful. So, وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ, most of mankind, most of the people, don't give thanks. Don't give thanks. We don't thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Instead of looking, I'm talking about myself as well, talking about myself first. Instead of looking at the things Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us, we look at the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has withheld from us for a reason that Allah knows best. You know? But we should try and look and see at the things that we've got. You know, we have two eyes. Some people might complain and say, I don't have, I'd like to be a billionaire. I say, okay, you want to be a billionaire? Okay, give me both your two eyes, and here's £1 billion that I don't have, right? So I'm just saying, would you trade your two eyes for, forget £1 billion, the world? Would you trade your two eyes for the whole world and everything that is in it? Nobody would, right? So has Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not give us more things more valuable than this whole world? Do we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for our eyes? And that's just beginning. What about our lungs? What about our heart? What about our liver that works and our kidneys that work? We're not on dialysis machines. Alhamdulillah. That's before we even talk about the material things. What about our own things inside ourselves? That heart that beats regularly. Those fingers, you know. The feet, everything. Who's given us all that? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So being thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is something that, you know, I should be doing first, and we should be doing, you know, for those things. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us, if you've got internet connection, you've got money. You've got some sort of money. Okay, you've got internet, you've got a laptop, you've got a phone, you've got something. So you've got material as well. And we're pretty much living, you know, if you separate the world into the rich people and poor people, I think they say something like 5% of the population of the world owns 95% of the wealth. Right, so we're in that rich category. We still are. If you look at all the people in the world, those in war zones, those who don't even know if they're going to wake up in the morning because they're living in that sort of insecurity, the people who are just poor generally, you know, our fridges are full. We have cars. We've got, you know, houses. We live in that, alhamdulillah, in that state that we don't fear for our life when we walk out, or we don't fear that we're going to not make it in the morning. You know, we have that peace and security. On top of that, we've got our senses and all that. So really, we don't thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enough. We don't thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enough. And I think it was Imam Shafi'i, he said, Allah, how can I thank you when I need to thank you for giving me the ability to thank you in the first place? Oh Allah, how can I thank you when I do come to thank you, I need to thank you for giving me the ability to thank you in the first place. Right? So we can't. Well, we try, say Alhamdulillah, but one of the excellent ways of thanking Allah is by using our hands in the right way for thanking Allah with our hands. By following Allah's commands, we are then thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the things He's given us. So, yeah. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from those who are the thankful ones. We've just got 4 minutes left, so just not going to release you yet. It's just got a few. Let's make use of this 3 minutes, right? So, attend that one, Sudani. Yeah. Okay, we've done this one. Wallahu ya'lamu wa antum la ta'lamun. We've done that. Let's just do this one here. When najmu. Okay, so over here it's translated as, I'm just going to go with the translation of the book. There are different translations on this word, okay? Over here it says, and the herbs. I think in some translation it will say the stars, I think. Because najm many times means stars, right? But there are some translations that translate as herbs. So I'm just going to go with whatever translation I've got written here. Right, so, and the herbs. وَالشَّجَرُ. I should maybe look for the translation and see which one occurs most. Because I've just got getting the feeling that stars occurs most in the translations. Okay, but I'm just going to go with herbs for here because that's what the book had written. وَالشَّجَرُ, and the trees. Look, يَسْجُدَانِ. يَسْجُدَانِ. What's يَسْجُدَانِ? Sajada is in there. Right? And the ya, so it's third person. And it's ani. Ani is dual. So for, the people who, when I said that dual doesn't come a lot, but it does come, but obviously it doesn't come a lot. It's coming here though. Yasjudani, they both prostrate. So on the herbs and the trees, they both prostrate. Yeah, Najmu is star. I think mostly Najmu is star. It's just that I kept to the translation that was in the book. Some translate it as herbs. I'll just check that inshallah and see which one occurs more. Okay, so Yasjudani, they all prostrate. And that is 1 minute left, so I think we've come to the end of the slides. That's the other one. And then these are the vocabulary. Remember, if you're learning all the patterns and everything, but you're not learning vocabulary, then there's going to be some big holes. So let's just look at this. Abun. And we use this in sort of, Urdu as well. Abu is father. And Abun, Aba, it's, ancestor and that. Ahlun, like we say, Ahlul Bayt, the family, household. Ahlul Bayt, the family. So Ahl is family. Ulaika. Just remember, Ulaika means those. And that comes a lot in the Quran. 206. Ulaika. Ayatun. Ayatun is verse, ayah, we know. Ayatun is the plural. It's feminine plural. Yeah? Ayatun. Ba'id is far away, Ba'id. 25. Ibn, Banun, Abna. Okay, sons, children. Ibn. We say Uthman ibn this, son of that. Yeah, like that, yeah. So Ibn, Banun, Abna. Next one. Sabrun. Comes from sabr. Okay, which means patience, steadfastness, courage. غير, not. غير المغضوب عليهم, not of those who earned anger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Li, so li is the attached pronoun. Lil Muslimin, lis Sadiqeen. 1,500. La'alla is perhaps. 130 times. La'alla. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. O you who believe, fasting has been prescribed upon you as it was prescribed upon those before you. لعلكم, that perhaps, تتقون, you become pious. That's what fasting is for. Mithla is, like in Urdu we say masal. Example, like mithla. Mithla is like. And malaika is angels. So we've got the homework to do. pretty much is learning that what's going to come in the test is that table. I don't know which words are in it. It's maybe which verb did we do? Kataba, wasn't it? So I don't know which verb it's going to be. Okay, complete the present tense tables. How can you work out the vowel, what the vowel should be on the third letter? And learn the present tense verse tables. Learn all the vocabulary list. Jazakumullahu khairan. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.